So as I think most of you know, we're celebrating Journal June, and Darlene and I have been doing layouts, spreads. I'm not really sure what the official name is, and it's been a lot of fun. So I'm working in my Stamperia journal again today. That's last week's layout. I'm going to do a new layout on this one, and I thought I would do a bit of collaging. I was doing collaging a few weeks ago. I don't really do collaging because, again, I'm kind of a control freak, and it's a bit anxiety inducing, shall we say. And but I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm not an expert, but it might give you a good jumping off point. So I'm going to be using Ranger Distress Collage Medium, and this is running out. I don't know if they can make small ones anymore. We have the bigger one. If I run out, because this is probably pushing 10 years old, I do have the Dina Wakley Media Glue similar. Dries matte. Both of these dry matte, which is a little different than the Nouveau glue, which dries a bit glossy. So that's what I'm going to do. I have some dictionary pages here. We have the bee pages, including a bagpiper. And I have a film strip piece that I may or may not use. It's from the back side of a Rust and Revs, 49 Market Rust and Revs collection, part of the packaging. Don't know if I'll use it. I made some of my own collage papers. This was a piece of 49 Market paper. I did a bunch of circles. This is text paper, paint, gold foil. So we're going to be using that, and we're going to get started right away because, as I say, I believe we may run out of time. So I'm going to start with this paper here. This was a piece of Simple Stories. I guess it still is. Simple Stories paper. It had a little, looks like a compass, and I just added a bunch of circles using paint to make the paper a little more interesting. So I'm going to work on the left side of this paper. When I collage, I do a lot of ripping, like so. And I'm going to use my brush, and I'm going to do the whole page. And things are going to be all layered and fun and blah, blah, blah. So I'm fairly liberal. Normally I'm not liberal with my glue, but I'm fairly liberal with my collage medium. I'm going to just pop that up there. I got a bit of glue squirting out, and that's okay. I'm just going to smooth it along. Oh, it's stuck. I'm going to unstick it. Where's my top? There we go. And if I got pieces that are hanging out or curling up, I'm just going to chuck some more matte medium down. And again, if it squirts out, it's all good because I'm covering this entire paper with more paper, basically. I'm going to grab some of this. And I don't really like this white bit, so I'm going to just rip that off. And we're going to collage that. I'm working probably quicker than I normally would, just because I know I don't like long videos personally, so I don't want to make it all painful for you. And I'm going to make sure I get the spine or the center. So so that it is nice and glued down. And I've just stuck my hand in the glue. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to put a bit of glue on top. And I'm going to turn my glue on its side, and I'm going to just feels wrong to rip books, but that's the way it goes. So I'm gonna pop this here. I'm gonna throw more glue down. I glue my book, not my paper, when I'm doing this. And there's a weird noise outside, so hopefully you guys cannot hear it. If you can, I do apologize, although nothing I can do about it. I'm not making the noise, or not the bad noise anyway. If I'm taking breaks when I am collaging, I wrap my brush in a wet baby wipe, just so I don't kill my brush. Because we don't want to kill our brush. And I do apologize, this is kind of boring. I'll be the first to admit this. So when you're looking for text papers, you can just buy old books, or you can, I read a lot of romance novels. I have an old romance novel that got really faded in the sun in my bookshelf, and so I'm using that at home. But I knew I had a dictionary here. This is another piece of Simple Stories paper, and I'm gonna rip it. And again, I put my glue the wrong way. Actually, put it here. I don't think you can really go wrong with collaging. One tip I can give you though is try and stick to kind of one color family, just so like it's kind of looks more cohesive to the eye once you're done. I'm mostly kind of pinks here. I should have grabbed a heat gun. Oh well. Oh well, we'll make it work. Oh, I love this one. So this is a piece of that romance novel that I was talking about, and I painted it, and then gold circles. I've done a lot of circles. And if you have papers that are hanging over your edge, you can just cut them. That's what I will do at the end of this. And because I've used acrylic paint, my circles and things aren't running. If I'd used distress inks, it would probably run when I put my collage medium over it. I think that's a bit too bright. I spent a whole afternoon just making collage papers because I could. Don't want to cover up my bagpiper. I don't like this white strip, so what I'm gonna do, I have a gold pen. I'm gonna just color that edge so it's not so white. Oops. And that's what I usually do, because when you, depends on which way you rip your paper. You might get a white edge or you may not. And I don't like white edges, honestly. So I use this gold pen a lot. I don't have it in stock, it's deco color, but I can get it. I've had it for quite a few years. I believe it is still around. And I never used it, and now I'm using it all the time. There we go. So I just wanted to make it less white. And this is 49 at Market. And we need more glue. Down. Doing a layer over top helps keep the pieces corralled, shall we say. Yeah, my bottle's getting empty. Not fully empty, but getting on the empty side. This collage medium, as I say, really like it. It is a glue. It but dries matte, so that's always helpful. Grab I'm going to hold this for a moment. I have some tissue paper. I think this is the same tissue paper Darlene uses. It's got some little confetti things. It is left over from Christmas or a birthday. I'm not sure which. And I'm going to just put a couple of letters on there. And when you're doing tissue paper, again, you want it kind of turns see-through when you throw your collage medium on it. And I think it looks a little, I'm going to put an H here and a G. I'm going to do that. I don't know. So. Grab my trusty brush, scoop a lot of the extra off, and if you go over it, it will hide a lot of the edges and things. Put that down. This piece does not want to stick down. And I'm going to do a third letter. We'll do an R, so we're not perfectly, ooh, maybe we're not doing an R. We'll do a Y. poor little R got ripped. So, and this stencil, I believe, is from Dino Weekly. And stencil paste by the Crafters Workshop. I'm going to stick it here. Oops. There we go. So I think I'm done with the collage medium. I am gonna have to go grab a heat tool because this is quite wet. And, oops. And hopefully I'm not gluing pages together. So I'm gonna go grab a heat tool. Hold the phone. Chat amongst yourselves. So I'm using a heat tool just to speed up the drying time. Normally, I probably wouldn't. I would probably move on to another page, but I want to get this finished. So, I don't want it to be too long. Okay, hopefully that's dry. I noticed something kind of funny. I'm not really sure. I should have maybe moved my letters. For some reason, the word prostitute is related to bagpipes, and I don't quite understand, but there's the word prostitute. I might try and cover that up because, you know... I don't have any, I took a class once and somebody said to just put gesso over top of any naughty words. So, I'm kind of curious. Unfortunately, I've covered up the whole explanation, but somehow prostitute and bagpipes are, oh, and distributes illicitly. Again, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure I need to know either, quite frankly. But anyway, I took a class and the instructor suggested that you just use a bit of white gesso or something accidentally over top of any naughty words. But I don't have white gesso, so we're just gonna go with it. But we're always forever going to be curious about why in the world prostitutes and bagpipes are related in the dictionary. I think it's a Webster's dictionary. And now I'm looking for, there it is. So I thought I would do like a circle drawn on here. And I'm not entirely happy with the way my glue has gone down. I'm gonna just tuck some more glue in there. Yes, you could Posca it, Darcy. I am going to be Posca-ing, so maybe, I don't know, maybe the I don't know, the spot will be covered. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm more curious than offended. Let's just say that. I'm just going to hold that corner down for a second. So So if anyone knows the answer to that question, how prostitute and bagpipes are related, please let us know. We can learn lots of things this morning. And I'm gonna re-cook that. Oh, another, yeah, maybe I won't cover up these words because there's, I don't know what's above bagpipes, but a slovenly, unattractive woman. One likes or does well. So, anyways, I do have my black Posca. I'm going to do a circle. And looks like prostitute will probably not be covered. I'm just gonna, so I made a handy dandy template. Okay, I'll try to leave it. I'll move my circle up a bit so we keep the prostitute, but we might lose the slovenly woman. Yeah, I am putting butterflies on, and Louise, so you know, you just never know. Anyway, I'm gonna see if my Posca will write on slightly damp. I'm going right through the bagpipes, the bagpiper, pardon me. So I'm using this fancy dancy template. Death with bagpipes. Oh, okay, there we go. It's kind of a strange title for a painting, but you know, artists, they can be a little wacky. Oops. Because I've not done a great job of keeping my circle, I'm going to I'm going to do it again, just slightly off, but keeping the prostitute. I could have done the Wendy Vecchi trick with the wiggly lines. Looks like I kind of am anyways. Leanne, you didn't know about that painting, did you? Just randomly, or you did just Google that, right? I hope you didn't have that in your brain. So this would, I'm going to just say it would probably work better if it was dry. Probably wouldn't have, but I'm going to say that. Well, you know, because of the wet collage medium, that's why my circles are a little off. So I've drawn some circles. I thought I would do some butterflies instead of flowers. I've been doing a lot of flowers, I've noticed. I've grabbed some ephemera. This is from Uniquely Creative, and this stuff is actually going to be in the store later this week. So it's, I can't remember the, I'll just put Enjoy Life right next to Prostitute. I thought I would do like a little cluster, including the Enjoy Life. I've still got Prostitute here. It's good. Yeah, I think we all have weird stuff in our brains. However, that Death with Bagpipes and Prostitutes, that would probably be weirder than most things in people's heads. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it because I can. You can use collage medium as a glue, and that's what I'm gonna do because I can. I wonder if I should use this white one. No, I want the darker one. And maybe I'll do that one actually. No, I'm going to do the purple. Okay, I'm overthinking. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put some greenery around my butterfly because I can. So again, this is just bits and bobs that I had kicking around in my stash. Oh, I'm gonna cover my G a bit, I think. For those of you who are interested in collage medium, it is in stock now. Came in late-ish last week. And we will be doing some playing with Dina Wakley paints and distressed paints over the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned. I think I would learn to put my collage medium on its side, so it would be ready to go. But no, that would be just too simple. We'll do this, and then I think I'm done. I gotta glue that down. But if you're interested in purple butterflies and greenery, just watch the website for stuff. I just paid the duties and taxes on that particular order yesterday. So that's my quick collage introduction. I'm going to leave my book open for a while so that I don't glue everything together. I'm going to add my Enjoy Life, which again is from Uniquely Creative. And it's their purple line, which I've completely forgotten the name of. We're going to add this carefully so we don't, no, we're not going to cover up the prostitute. Don't want that. And I thought for fun, because I don't do a lot of this, Uniquely Creative's got some really cute little, these are heart gems, Dewdrop heart stickers they're called. I thought I would add some of those. If I can get them out of the packaging. And there's some little, blue pink, I think. Oh, these are stuck on. They're kind of iridescent. Should have brought my pickup tool. And remember, odd numbers. are always good. When you're doing, you know, clusters and things. And there we go. I think I'm done. I'm going to make it done. Make it done, but I do have to trim that off. But I'll get that done. So there we go. That is Intro to Collage 101. And I'll probably post some pictures on and put them on our Instagram page. And this video will go up on YouTube. So again, it will